our series, Women's Self-Defense videos. How many of you, Kat, I'm sure you've been in the situation, you've told me a couple of stories, and how many viewers at home have been in this kind of situation? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there's another wall right here, or a place where there's no real escape. Your only way out is through the aggressor. Okay. Naturally, instinctively, what do you want to do to me? If I'm blocking your only way out, what would you naturally do? What would come naturally to you?
I'd probably punch you.
Okay, then you are an exception to the rule. So many people would kind of like start sort of cowering, maybe kind of push me off. That's the last thing you want to do. When you're dealing with a larger, stronger attacker, whether it's women's self-defense, whether it's a guy going up against a larger guy, when you're dealing with a larger, stronger, determined attacker, your greatest asset is the element of surprise. Okay, so if you're going to come up and just kind of like, no, leave me alone, well, not only are now I'm starting to get more aroused, and I'm being like, oh yeah, you know, maybe do something like, oh, you like it rough, you know, something, you get into all that kind of crap. Rather, you'd better just, you know, you got your hands up, and you're trying to do your adult in the room. Listen, I'm not interested, back off. But once I hit that point and you make the decision to act, it's time to act. The best thing to do is never allow yourself into this position. Try not to get yourself cornered. Try to stay out of corners when you're around a place where there's not a lot of people you know there. If you're alone, or if your friends are nowhere to be found, you don't want to allow yourself to get cornered. If you are, and for whatever reason you can't talk your way out of this, the guy's not taking no for an answer, clearly showing you his character, clearly showing you the kind of guy that he is, and he's not taking no for an answer, not backing you off, not giving you a way out, in my opinion, it's time to act. The number one strike that we teach combatively is just an open hand shot, just like this, coming straight down. It could be Mr. Brazzle Dazzle. All I need is a face.
That's a face for you.
Okay. It could be, depending on the severity of what you're dealing with, it could be just a simple going right to his eyes. Okay. Keeping your fingers loose, splayed, like that. Not doing any of that, you know, praying mantis kung fu garbage, where you go like that.
Yeah. No.
Okay, mo Larry the cheese, you know. What you're gonna do is just keep your hands loose, like you're holding a softball or a grapefruit, and like that. So if there's a little bit of pressure, your hands will give. I can actually hit the wall like that. I'm not really gonna hurt my hands. So then we're just going right for his eyes. Not aiming for one eye or the other. You're just throwing the whole hand, all the fingers at his face. Something is gonna get in somewhere that you can use. Okay. If this is just someone who just had one too many drinks, not taking no for an answer, that might be enough. Just be like, push away, and you're off. If this is someone who maybe he's here and this hand is starting to venture into places where this hand has no business going, now you move it up to the second level, which is a tiger claw strike. Okay. Which now your hand is going to be tight, like you're holding a softball. Okay. And a lot of people teach the palm hits first and then the claws close. I've seen people teach the fingers hit first and then the palm collapses. Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. Just throw your hand at his face. Whatever happens, it happens. Straight in. Like that old Jim Cagney movie where he's got the grapefruit, he shoves the grapefruit into the girl's face. Same idea. Pretend you're holding half a grapefruit and you're just going to grind that grapefruit right in his face. Okay. Okay. Level 3 is a life or death situation, which this isn't yet. Okay. So right from here, I come up, I'm not taking up the answer, what's up, babe? Okay. No, right there. Bang. Throw that hand right in. Boom. Like that one. Boom, just like that. Okay. And then push off, and you're exactly run, take off, get the hell out of there.